Anyway, Leon Scott Kennedy with his custom shotgun and his custom magnum.
And his custom made jacket.
Like his custom asshole doesn't smell like the rest of ours. I'm going back in here because I want to eat an herb. Because I'm tired of holding my side.
Get no herb.
Got the shit pains.
So, speaking of herbs, Snoop Dogg in the news recently thinks Game of Thrones is real.
You don't even have to elaborate. That's just beautiful. But elaborate.
Literally, the quote was something like he thinks... Somebody asked him why he liked Game of Thrones, because I guess he said he liked it. And the quote was along the lines of, I like watching it because I like seeing how people lived back in the day, like to see where we came from to where we got now. And I was like, holy shit.
That's how you do it, son.
To be Snoop Dogg.
If you could meet in real life...
Yes.
For like a couple of minutes, just shoot the shit, or take a picture, or get an autograph, whatever.
Right. Like we're not like going out to dinner or anything, but it's more than just. But like just
bumped into on the street, and they were just super cool. Or I don't know if they would be, but you could just hang out with them a minute. Would you rather meet Snoop Dogg or 50 Cent?
Ooh, that's a trick. Probably 50, because I feel like he might be able to hold a conversation for longer. I don't know. Snoop Dogg seems really cool, but he seems like the kind of person who would space out really easy.
Well, who's more drugged up overall?
Oh, definitely Snoop. 50, he's like super into like health stuff. Like he doesn't even drink and hasn't for a long time. You know, the 50 made most of his money. You know, he's like the third richest like hip hop person in the world behind Jay-Z and Diddy. He made most of his money because he was like an early investor in vitamin water.
There you go. And which isn't actually any better for you than like a soda.
Yeah, he was like an early investor in Glacio or whatever that company is, and then they sold I think Pepsi or something or Coke, and so he's made a shitload of money off that.
That board says red rum on it.
He was also an Olympic boxer. 50 Cent.
So you gotta box him.
And then he bought. I don't know if he currently owns it, but then he bought Mike Tyson's old house in Massachusetts. So.
Or he fought him for it.
God, I would not want to fight Mike Tyson for anything. My life. I'd probably lose it. That is a Lego-looking SMG.
Everything in this game is Lego-looking, son.
But, like, the inventory image is pretty good.
I like that she holds it by the barrel that's clearly designed to exhaust heat.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I feel like this is a Mac 11. Mm-hmm. I feel like they're not that big in real life.
No. Well, that's the thing, like, the proportions look correct in the inventory.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually is a Mac 11.
It was a brother named Kevin with a Mac 11. One of my favorite things to say whenever I'm playing Counter-Strike and I'm on the terrorist team and I buy the Mac 10 is I proclaim myself to be a brother named Ben with a Mac 10.
It's very good.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
I'm very proud of it.
That's an ornate door.
It's a little bit too ornate. Chief Ironsuck fucking blowing that budget.
Are you just in the police station for the majority of this game?
We're about to leave forever.
Oh, okay. Blow it up.
Yeah. It's like the mansion in RE1. You spend a good chunk of the game in there and then you leave.
Right. Then you go under.
Well, we don't blow this up. The United States government does. Because, spoilers, they nuke Raccoon City. Not in this game, mind you, but they do.
How do you feel about the Resident Evil movies? In general and specifically to each movie?
I like watching the first two. Mm-hmm. I find them just entertaining. They're different enough and stupid enough.
Yeah. But like they're stupid enough that they hold true enough to the Resident Evil
I've only watched the third one once. I didn't really like it. It's like mostly in the desert. Yeah. And I think I watched the fifth one, which is like under Antarctica. And the only thing I liked about it, I was drinking a lot at the time, was to scream character names because they just started blatantly putting Resident Evil characters in
like
it.
Hardcore fan service.
Like, they added Ada, and she's dressed like RE4 Ada. They added
With
Leon. He's dressed like RE4 Leon. They added Barry Burton, who's using an assault rifle, and I was screaming the whole time, "Where's your revolver?" And then when that runs out of ammo and he's like this big shootout, he just drops it and pulls out his revolver, and I came my pants. Then he dies.
Like, I remember when the first movie came out, and I liked the first movie, and I thought the ending where she finally gets up to the surface and sees Raccoon City's all fucked. I thought that was really cool, like a cool reveal.
The second one is all. I mean,
is the second one the Nemesis one?
Yeah,
yeah.
Resident Evil Apocalypse. I want to say.
I
saw that one in the theaters with Luther, famous temporary Tenfey party member for the half playthrough of Code Veronica X we did.
And then I think I saw the first 3. Ooh, maybe.
The third one is like out in the desert.
All right, who's the character? Is it Jill who has the blue halter top and the short shorts with the gun holster, Tomb Raider outfit? Basically?
That's what she looks like in Resident Evil 3, and so that's what they made her character in the movie look like.
And that's the third Resident Evil movie, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's in the second one.
Okay, I've seen the first 2 then, and then I think I've seen the desert one also, which is like 5. Is it Extinction, the newest one? That's like Resident Evil 38.
And like they added Wesker, and he looks like RE5 Wesker, and he has his superpowers.
Yeah, fucking the gun kata.
Yeah, it's really his ability to like teleport around the room and shit.
There was an animated one too, wasn't there?
Degeneration is Claire and Leon in an airport. I think it's actually canon to the games.
Really?
Yeah, and I think there was a cell phone game based on it.
Shit, I think you're right. I think I remember that.
My inventory.
I remember when I first got my iPhone, I remember being in the Barnes & Noble in Jacksonville with you. It was not long after I got my iPhone, and I downloaded and was trying to play the like RE4, the version for the iPhone. And I played it for 5 minutes and then got like the low battery warning on my phone.
Pardon me, folks.
Nicely done.
I apologize for that. It's very unprofessional. One of my favorite jokes in Half in the Bag, I don't even remember which review it is, but Mike, the like black-haired guy who's like, oh, I'm Mike and I'm always cynical about everything. Anyway, the camera's just on him and he's talking about a movie and he has a genuine coughing fit. He's like, so then, and he looks at the camera and goes, please leave this in the final edit. And they did. And then it just cuts to him like fully recovered and just in the middle of the same sentence. The newest episode of Pre-Rec or Pre-Recorded, which is like the sister show to Half in the Bag that's about video games.
Yeah.
Starring Rich Evans and Jack. Their newest one is about Shovel Knight, and it's just such an enjoyable, pleasant episode. I recommend it to everybody.
That game's just enjoyable and pleasant.
Jack had his like 7-year-old son play Shovel Knight, and of course his 7-year-old son has no nostalgia or anything.
Yeah.
And he said he just had a blast, and he showed where his son had drawn like crude artwork of Shovel Knight and built a little thing out of his Legos that was a Shovel Knight level, and it just warmed my fucking heart.
When I have a kid, when they get old enough, I'm gonna start a YouTube Let's Play channel with them. For the fat stacks.
Son. And I'll just bust in the window like Sam from Clarissa Explains It All.
The best fucking YouTube crossover.
If you have a son and do a Let's Play channel with him, or I guess a daughter.
Yeah.
If you want to do a Let's Play channel and play cell phone games. Anyway, and you have a Let's Play channel, then you have to raise him to refer to me as Uncle Tenfey. So you could be like, look who it is, and he's like, Uncle Tenfey.
How happy would that make you? If I actually did, because you know I'm going to do that shit.
And then
I have a kid.
And then his catchphrase could be, Uncle Tenfey, make my head hurt.
Uncle Tenfey, give me heart palpitations. Uncle Tenfey, ham bone too hard.
You want to watch Brian Irons die?
Sure.
How much
time? A minute and a half.
Let's see if he dies in a minute and a half, kids. If he doesn't, I'm just going to press start.
I keep trying to convince Sandy that we need to record the two of us playing something.
Why can't I use one of those sweet halberds? Oh, by the way, we're in the police department's dungeon that's hidden behind Brian's office.
The best stock pot behind him.
Yeah. It is!
They're doing like a crawfish boil.
Yeah, I assume he was doing stewed hard crabs.
I like the fleur-de-lis door hinges. They're pretty cool looking.
His gun looks like the Deagle. I just realized.
But I assume that's just because it's a terrible model and it's not actually big enough.
By the way, in a scene we skipped, a mutant implanted an embryo down his throat. That's a little significant for what's about to happen.
He looks bad off, if I'm honest. He's also fucking moonwalking towards you. In his Birkenstock.
He's so crazy that gravity holds no sway over him.
I think I could do a... what's his name?
Brian Irons.
I could do a Brian Irons
You could
cosplay.
if you shaved your beard down to your mustache and dressed like that, you could very easily be Brian Irons.
He's got 25 seconds to die.
There's a character in the game named Ben that I could be, but he's very svelte and Italian and has a ponytail.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, it is.
Look at these clippy...
Brian, you have 16 seconds to fucking die.
So help me. 10 seconds, you son of a bitch.
Come on, Brian. Brian. You motherfucker.
Die.
You motherfucker. You have to die.
Oh, God.